Alright guys, I stayed up till 1 a.m. last night scouring the web low and high for the best running shoe deals. I even got footage of it, I'll throw it up you. I was waiting till the clock struck midnight, and deep in my heart I was hoping that all of a sudden brands would start discounting their top shoes by 25 to 30%. However, we are not seeing that. I do think we might see that on Cyber Monday, but as of now I am extremely disappointed in the Black Friday sales that we do have. However, there is one brand who's holding it down with some good Black Friday sales in the running shoe game. A lot of brands have discounted last year's gear, and I'll get into those brands that do have it, but there's only really one shoe deal worth mentioning, and that is Saucony with the Endorphin Pro 3, Endorphin Speed 3, and Endorphin Elite. Now, while a lot of these brands are holding on to their race day shoes, holding on to their top daily trainers and tempo shoes and not discounting them at all, for example, look at ASICS, look at Ultra, look at Brooks, look at Nike, look at Adidas. I looked at all these websites last night, matter of fact. None of them were seeing any discounts on their recent models except for Saucony with the Endorphin series. So here I'm holding the Endorphin Pro 3. Right now it's 25% off at Saucony.com. This is a really great shoe, and we do know that next year's model is coming in the late winter, early spring, but this is still going to be a really competitive option out there for racing, for tempo days, and for any faster workout days. And they're not revising it too much in the Pro 4, so I think this is still going to be a really solid buy that's not going to get too antiquated with the next release. So today this is 25% off with the code BF2023. That's going to bring the price down to $170. Now the Endorphin Speed 3 is also eligible for that 25% off deal with the code BF2023. That's gonna bring the price of this guy down to $127. So Speed 3 is gonna be more for training. This is a really comfortable daily trainer slash tempo shoe, also really great for long runs. The nylon plate in here isn't as harsh as the Pro 3, so if you're deciding between the Speed 3 and the Pro 3, I would say if you want a training shoe exclusively, go with the Speed 3. If you want more of a racing shoe for the marathon distance or half marathon distance, go for the Pro 3. For faster runners, sub 3 hour marathon runners, this is a great long run shoe. I prefer something a little bit firmer for my fast workout days like the Boston 12 or Adidas Takumi Sen, but this can do the job for most runners. Because of this nice rocker underfoot here, it does have some really good turnover, but it is going to be a softer feel than you might be used to. Speed 3 also is going to have more of a comfortable upper. You see these soft laces than we see here on the Pro 3. Pro 3 upper isn't uncomfortable, but it is more designed for racing, so it's going to be a snugger, more rocket-like fit on the foot. Now the Endorphin Elite is Saucony's top tier fast shoe. That one uses PWRRUN HG versus the PWRRUN PB that we see inside of the Pro 3. So HG is a super critical PIBA. These Speed 3 and Pro 3 options have a standard beaded PIBA in here. You can see these tiny little beads throughout the midsole. That PWRRUN HG is going to be a little bit firmer, also faster, and with the Endorphin Elite having a more aggressive rocker, the overall feel of that is a little bit less comfortable and more oriented to fast runners, maybe sub 50, sub 245 runners in the marathon are the ones who can get the most benefit out of that shoe. So right now it's $206, which is cheaper than any of the other current super shoes we're seeing. Hoka's not discounting the Rocket X, Nike's not discounting the Vaporfly, ASICS is not discounting the Metaspeed, and while we might see some of these discounts on Cyber Monday, as of now, I'm not seeing any of the top tier shoes discounted. So if you've been on the fence, I would go ahead and pull the trigger on these Sauconys. So overall, I'm pretty disappointed about the quality of the Black Friday running shoe deals out there, but I'm really glad that Saucony did come through with a great deal for us. Endorphin Elite for $200, Endorphin Pro 3 for $170, and Endorphin Speed 3 for under $130. Throughout the weekend, I'll keep you updated with more deals, and specifically as Cyber Monday hits, I'll make sure to include everything that we see from Cyber Monday. I do suspect that a lot of brands are going to start adding some more sale inventory, because as of now, we're mostly seeing last year's models and the typical shoes that I'll put in the weekend roundups. So in the meantime, enjoy the holiday weekend, pick up some of these Endorphin series, and I'll be back with another video tomorrow.